Coming up on your MTN 530 News, Cascade County sees a spike in theft from cars. We'll tell you one simple step that can help stop it. Plus, a new industrial park opening its doors.
Fort Benton city leaders, engineers, and community members gathered for a milestone, years in the making, a ribbon cutting for the city's new industrial park.
And later, holiday travel surge.
It's really an exciting time of year. A lot of people come up to pick up their family, and so there's always people in the terminal, always a lot going on. Everybody's in a great mood, so it's a great time of year for an airport.
What passengers should know before heading out.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Good evening and thanks for trusting KRTV for your 530 News. I'm Tim McGonigal. First tonight, Cascade County law enforcement is warning residents about a sharp increase in stolen firearms. County Attorney Josh Rackey says many of the stolen guns are ending up in the hands of juveniles. The thefts happen when offenders go car hopping through neighborhoods, checking for unlocked doors. According to law enforcement, if a vehicle is locked, the thieves will likely move on, adding that crimes like these are preventable. Officials are asking gun owners to lock their vehicles and remove firearms when parking overnight. The Great Falls Public Library Board has announced its new leader. Amy Dismeyer will take over the library director position beginning January 5th. She succeeds Susie McIntyre, who has been director since 2019 and has worked at the library since 2005. Dismeyer is currently the director of the public library in Spirit Lake, Iowa. From 2009 to 2024, she was library director at the public library in Hastings, Nebraska. Since July, GFPL Hiring Committee has been working with the City of Great Falls Human Resources Department and getting input from library staff in filling the position. A farewell party for McIntyre is scheduled for December 9th from 5 to 6 p.m. on the first floor of the library.
Another pleasant November day. High temperatures today were in the 40s and the 50s in most spots, and it still feels very nice outside right now. Temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s in most locations, but a couple spots have dropped down into the upper 30s. We have had breezy conditions today in Glacier County as well as along the Rocky Mountain front. For the rest of us, there has been little to no wind today. We've also had partly to mostly cloudy skies throughout the day. There have been a couple isolated rain and sun showers around, but majority of locations within the state have been dry. There are going to be a few rain and sun showers around tonight and tomorrow as the disturbance works its way through our area. A lot of sunshine and dry conditions is then expected as we head into the end of the work week. It will be cooler tomorrow, but mild conditions return for the end of the work week and this upcoming weekend. Now have a look at your 7-day forecast in a few minutes.
A major economic development for Choteau County. Local leaders cut the ribbon today on a new industrial park funded through a federal EDA grant. MTN's Brianna Juneau has more on what the project could mean for jobs and growth in the area.
Fort Benton is looking towards the future, celebrating the opening of a brand new industrial park that leaders say will bring jobs, investment, and long-term economic resilience to the community.
Well, this project is a accumulation of about 12 years worth of work and a lot of people involved financially and within the community.
Despite the project being a milestone, years in the making, construction began last year in 2024. This industrial side of Fort Benton now offers better road access with full water, wastewater, and storm drainage infrastructure. Everything needed to support new development and bring industry to town.
We build it and they will come. We have one industry here as well as some that were already here that are encompassed into the park, but now there is room for several more industries to come in and relocate.
Local leaders say the goal is clear: bring new businesses in, create jobs, and expand the economic base of a rural community ready to grow.
And of course, for the city of Fort Benton, it will add to our economy through putting people to work. And
it's something we've wanted for a long time, and now I think the sky's the limit as far as what we can draw in here.
The project is backed by a $1.7 million federal Economic Development Administration grant and matched by another $1.7 million in local funds.
So a lot of funding sources to get this project funded, which is over a $4 million project. So
we've had such a great partnership to bring it to this point. Many individuals, a lot of heartache, a lot of revamping. We're just looking for new people to occupy a lot of open property that we have available right now and to come and join us in this new industrial area.
In Fort Benton, Brianna Juneau, MTN News.
Thanksgiving is fast approaching, and the Great Falls International Airport is already preparing for one of their busiest days of the season. MTN's Quentin Shores has a closer look at the steps staff are taking to keep passengers moving and what travelers can expect.
Nothing makes you wish you could teleport more than the holiday season. Traveling from point A to B to C, D to E. You get it. But what does air travel look like here in Great Falls during the holiday season?
We have 3 very busy flights before Thanksgiving, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before Thanksgiving. We will have our Allegiant flights coming through the airport, so we are extremely busy.
The first couple weeks of November and December are relatively relaxed at Great Falls International Airport, but when it gets closer to Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when it gets busy.
So generally Great Falls boards about 500 people a day and deboards 500 people a day. So about 1,000 people move through. But during a busy time like that, we'll see about 600, so about an extra 100.
In the grand scheme of holiday chaos, the airport crew runs like a well-oiled machine, stocking up on supplies and preparing themselves for the additional travelers.
We're hoping to feed a lot of people because they're worried about, going and doing their Thanksgiving thing, so we can provide the food for them. So yeah, we just kind of double up on everything, make sure we have a bunch of sliced meats going. We slice everything ourselves here.
Angelica Reddington, general manager of the only restaurant in the airport, Rocky's Kitchen and Bar, says her team is looking forward to feeding and greeting guests in time for the holiday season, and with any luck, taking a bit of stress off the shoulders of holiday travelers.
It's really an exciting time of year. A lot of people come up to pick up their family, and so there's always people in the terminal, always a lot going on. Everybody's in a great mood, so it's a great time of year for an airport to be a fly on the wall and just watch families reunite.
To keep the good times going, the airport staff recommends travelers download the airline's app to check their flights. Make sure their cars aren't blocking the crosswalk and keep your shoes on at TSA. In Great Falls, Quentin Shores, MTN News.
According to AAA, nearly 82 million people are expected to travel at least 50 miles for the Thanksgiving holiday. About 90% of those travelers are expected to hit the road, over 1 million more people traveling by car than last year. And at the pump, drivers are paying about the same as last year, with average prices hovering around $3 compared to a year ago. AAA recommends filling the tank the night before a road trip, checking your battery, and to designate a sober driver for holiday celebrations. And now some news about us. KRTV is upgrading our transmitter. We're shifting from a very high frequency or VHF channel to an ultra high frequency or UHF channel. This change will require viewers who watch over the air to rescan their televisions to continue receiving the station's signal. Now, the upgrade is part of a 3-year project. It's expected to provide better television reception for viewers. We do want to be clear, those who watch us via satellite, cable, or outside the immediate Great Falls area, this will not impact you. However, if you watch over the air using an antenna in the Great Falls area when we make this switch, you will have to rescan your channels to pick up our signal. As this switchover gets closer, we'll walk you through what you need to do to rescan. We're anticipating this to happen in early December.
Kids start to know that they're cared about, that people actually care.
Coming up, families helping families during this holiday season.
From Montana's news leader, you're watching the MTN 530 News.
As the holiday season ramps up, angel trees are appearing in businesses across Great Falls, and one local nonprofit is encouraging shoppers to take a tag and help families who may be struggling. MTN's Madison Collier takes a closer look at how Bikers for Kids in Need is bringing together the community.
During the holidays, while you're shopping, you might find one of these trees on display, and on it isn't ornaments, but a tag carrying the Christmas wish of families right here in our community.
Multiple organizations create these trees, but one of the groups working hard to keep kids warm and cared for has been helping families since 2019.
We're Bikers for Kids in Need. We were established in 2019 when we became an official 501c3 nonprofit for local kids in Great Falls, Montana.
Their version of the angel tree works a little differently. Instead of picking just one child, volunteers adopt an entire family, making sure every kid in the home gets an equal and meaningful Christmas.
And so they come in, they fill out the bottom of the tag so we know who has the family. And then they go, they shop, they wrap it, and they bring it back. And then we deliver it with the meal.
And while some kids ask for toys or books, most of the requests are much simpler. Warm clothes, socks, and basic winter essentials that some families can't always afford.
We just want to make sure that they're taken care of, because winter here in Montana, as everybody knows, is very cold. So we want to make sure those kids are taken care of at Christmas time. And
Pamela says she knows exactly how much it means because she was one of those kids growing up.
Tough when you go back to school after Christmas and all these kids are talking about everything they got, and you kind of sit back, you know, and you don't know what to say, you know.
This year alone, Bikers for Kids in Need will help between 125 and 150 families. But, as always, there are still angels left on the tree, waiting for someone to pick their tag.
I'd say 100 to 125 Secret Santas, depending on if they take multiple. So we do have a very good backing for our Secret Santas. We just need to let them know that we're still here.
So if you spot one of these trees around town, take a moment and pick a tag. In Great Falls, Madison Collier, MTN News.